our intentions and make some impact out in the world for change for the good. I'm here with my co-host, Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen. And our chanting family, Christine, Charlie, and Jean. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Our first chant that we do is to break through barriers, to remove any obstacles that's keeping us pushed down, that's not allowing us to see ourselves authentically or to see other people as they are, because we are all one. So if we're not seeing that oneness, there's something there that can be cleared away. And that's what this chant is for. That's our intention, is to clear anything that's low vibration and go into a higher vibration as we go into the second chant. And hello, Rosalind. Thank you for being with us tonight. And we held Rosalind in our hearts last night as we chanted. And this morning we heard that Ros was doing better. So we love good news on here. All right. So if there's something that's going on with you, anybody that's listening, anybody that's chanting along with us, maybe just hold that as you do the chant and ask for it to be cleared away. I'm going to type in the words and Karen's going to share with us how we do the chanting.
So Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha is where we declare that we remove all obstacles, all barriers, and all illusions. So we do that 3 times slow. And as we are declaring that, we are declaring that anything that is not divine love, light, joy, peace, and truth be removed from our planet. So we do that 3 times slow, and then we'll go into the 108 count. And Teri will let us know when we get to that magic number, and we will do a global meditation together. Then we'll move into our second chant. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We declare that all obstacles be removed.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
And we declare that all barriers be removed.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
And we declare that all illusions be removed.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
I made a cat. I put in the water with feet on.
Let's take a deep breath in now to connect with your higher self, knowing that you have broken through those barriers. You've removed those obstacles, and you come to a place of freedom and joy, being able to freely express and be in that mode of anything is possible. And that's what we're going into with our next chant, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We're going to bring our vibration up. And thank you to all of those who are chanting with us tonight. We have Rosalind, Evelyn, Christina, and Erica. And we love and thank you all for coming on with us. And anyone else who maybe hasn't commented, but you're chanting right along beside of us, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And with this next chant that we do, just feel the love, feel the lightness, laugh if you want to laugh. It just brings up the bubbles inside. And here comes our Isabel.
Well,
And Nikki Sumner, hello to you and thank you for being here. So let's set our intention for our spirit to be free and just soar with this chant. This is the chant of miracles. So Karen, take it away, and I'm going to type in those words for everybody to chant along with us.
Okay, so Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, again, this is our chant where we declare that all living beings awaken to their true nature. We are going to do this 3 times slow, and then we'll do the 108 count. And then Teri will lead us home to our heart space and lead us in a beautiful meditation. And then we'll do a declaration, another declaration for peace. So we declare that all living beings awaken to their true nature. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
And we declare that all living beings be happy and healthy. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
And we declare that all living beings live in peace and harmony and are free from all suffering and all illusions. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo. Let's take that breath again. Let's really connect into that feeling now of lightness, of joy, of peace that we're holding in our hearts, connecting in all together with everyone who's gathered here, those that are in the meeting and those that are participating in the virtual realm, and really feel the energy of oneness. It's where we want to go right now, knowing that that same spark of the divine that's in me is also in you, seeing each other as our true, authentic self. And when we can do that, when we can connect in the world and visualize that person as being spirit instead of being in the 3D human body, this is when the real peace will come to the world, when we can all honor and respect, acknowledge, and love that same spirit that runs in you, that runs in me. That's what that word namaste means. Seeing us as the same, as equal. So feel into that oneness right now. There's no one greater than, there's no one less than. We're all on that equal playing field. And just send love. Let's send love to every inhabitant of our planet right now. Even those that we may think of as bringing forth evil and destruction. We want to get out of that comparison and competition mentality. Get out of the victim mode. Get out of judgment of right and wrong. We're all the same. So let's just send that love and ask for the peace to fall over our planet, asking for it to go down into the center of Mother Earth and just bring forth love. And now let's claim this peace. We've been doing this every night, and we're making a difference out in the world by seeing it happen. So we declare that there is peace on earth, and we declare that it begins inside of us. We declare
that there
there
is
is
peace on earth,
peace on earth,
And
and we
and we
declare
declare
that
uh,
it begins
that it
inside
begins
us.
inside of us.
And so it
So it is.
So it is.
Oh, it absolutely is. When we look for it, we will find it.
yeah.
It's like Dr. Wayne Dyer says, you'll see it when you believe it.
Yep. Yes, anything we are going out with my brother tomorrow. To another first one in months.
Beautiful. Oh, you all are so beautiful. Really go into that oneness energy as you go out in the world. You know, it's easy to do it when we're sitting here, isn't it? When we can see people that we know, that we're familiar with, and we all know that we have that same intention. But when we go out into the world and we start to see some of the low vibration energy, it's hard to bring in that oneness. But if we remember that that's an illusion, and that's what Nam Myoho Renge Kyo does, it helps us break through the illusion. Karen, would you talk about that for a minute?
Well, yeah, because we are all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Bodhisattvas are the awakeners of the planet. We have all felt this, that we have been here doing this for a long time. And we all know Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. When you chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, it means that you are open to awaken to your Buddha nature, to your true self, to being your true self. And the more that you chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, the more you send out a frequency, a vibration that comes out and about and around your aura that radiates love and peace and harmony and happiness and good health. So when we say Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, even if you're in the presence of somebody who you know maybe doesn't have the same beliefs as you or doesn't see the world the same way that you do, if you just quietly say to yourself, not out loud, but just bring your hands to your heart, take those 5 breaths, like Teri said, take those 5 breaths, find something that you can think about that person that you appreciate, something that you can say, well, I appreciate this about that person, or I appreciate that about this person. And then just add a couple of Nam Myoho Renge Kyos. Just 3 Nam Myoho Renge Kyos. And when you do that, you shift the whole energy. And that person in front of you, even if they had an ill thought or they had harm in mind for you, you create this barrier that the Buddhas from all the generations and all the Buddhas that to come will protect that divine essence, that who you are, and will help that person who you are having any kind of disagreement with to feel that energy of your love and your oneness and your unification. So when you Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, if you just do that, just like Teri did yesterday, let's do that. I think we should do that every night, Teri, how you lead us into the heart coherence.
Sure. Absolutely.
Do you think we could maybe add that to our last thing before we say our goodbye? Because I really love that feeling of us all in the field together. And after we've done the Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, of course, the 108 count. If you go into our Chanting for Change, you can read about why we chose to do this chant. And you can read about the 108 count and why we do this every night, and why we've decided to continue to do this is because each one of us has felt this clarion call to be here, We're listening to our inner wisdom, our inner Buddha, our inner guidance, and we are feeling that call. And Teri and I were the first ones who got the call. I got the call. I've been chanting for, I don't know how long I've been chanting. I can't even remember when I started. It's been like over 20 years. But I started chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo just a year ago. And it changed my life completely. I mean, it just changed everything to really see the world in a completely different frequency where I see everybody as equal. I used to see myself as inferior and to some people superior, but now I understand that that was my ego and that was not my true self. That was the part of me that I created, the idea of me that I created to fit into this world so that I could, not be harmed and not be bullied and not be, abused. And this is what's so powerful about Nam Myoho Renge Kyo is it brings you into your true essence so that all the other parts that you've created yourself to fit in just start to dissolve. You don't even have to really do anything. They just start to dissolve. And you just don't have interest in being that false self anymore. You just don't have interest in it anymore. It doesn't have its grip on you. There's not, and other people their opinions don't matter as much. And, it's not in a negative way, because other people's opinions they have a right to their opinion, and that's their experience. And there's everybody has a right to their own beliefs and their own opinions, but you are going to stand in your own strength and your own power. And the Nam Myoho Renge Kyo just puts that field around you so that it shows that you are walking you're walking your talk now. So
Beautiful. Beautifully said, Karen. And, I would just like to hear from those of us who are here on Zoom, when did you find chanting? And if you can remember, what was the first chant that you did? Anybody want to share?
I don't remember when I started, to be honest, but I remembered something that caught me to start to come in. Was Karen. One night I came in and Karen was saying something that how this chanting helped her with the relationship with her daughter. I remember that, and how difficult she had certain things. She was kind of giving us a little history about how she grew into these and how these help her in the relationships in her life, and precisely her daughter, because I related to that story that Karen was saying that night. And since then I've been trying to do what she says, because I used to take things so personally, and it helped me a lot. Even today at dinner, after I got challenged, and I went to my daughter and I said, "Thank you for challenging me." You know what instead of coming out with my ego and say what I usually probably would say, or feel what I usually I can't. I go back and I look with love and see what is this here for me? What do I have to take from these? Why? And I see the other, and you helped me profoundly on that. And I thank you for that.
oh,
And tonight,
thank you so much for sharing that. I'm so grateful, because it really has changed all of my relationships. The one with my mom, with my dad, with my sister, with my husband, with my brother-in-law, with my sister-in-law. Everything has changed, because we're the common denominator, and all of these relationships are orbiting around us. But if we are not in our own truth and we're not being our true self, then we're trying to catch up with what we think everybody wants us to be. And then we just burn out, and we can't keep doing it anymore. Yeah. And it's just incredible. And I think that what's been so beautiful is when I see something in somebody else that is upsetting to me, that upsets me or disturbs me in any way, I know that I've gone into my false self, and I can take that false self and just have a cup of tea with her and just not be so critical of her. I can be kind and gentle and loving and accepting of all the parts of me now. And I think that Nam Myoho Renge Kyo really does that I just have to say, and I can't get my daughter to chant. I would love to see her chant, but she doesn't want to. But that's not my business. It's none of my business what she wants to do or doesn't want to do. All I need to do is shine my light and my love and radiate that out. Nobody needs to get this but me. And once I learned that, it was like total freedom. Because I was truly, when I got the message that global kindness was going viral in 2014, my ego totally told me, was guiding me, that I wasn't doing enough, that I need to be doing this, and you 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 need to wake that person up, and this person needs your help, and this person needs your help. And really, it was not my true self. That was not my true self. Your true self doesn't talk to you like that. Your ego talks to you, and your inner child talks to you. Your wounded child is talking to you all the time. You just have to listen. The wounded child sometimes throws a temper tantrum, and you can see it in others. Because it's easier to see it in others than it is to see it in ourselves. And so I believe that the divine play is that everyone is characters in our play, and they play their role to a T, and they're only showing you what you believe about yourself.
Yeah. So true. Anybody else want to share?
Yeah. Well, these are the first two chants I ever did, I think. Wow. And it started, well, we're on day 224, so, and I probably came in like after the first week, I would say, somewhere around there, because you were doing it, and I was watching. And then you opened it up to the Zoom, because at the beginning it wasn't on the Zoom, right? It wasn't available to everyone else, if I remember. Right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I know within the first month you opened it up to the Zoom and let other people in, because I know I was on with day 30 when Teri was sick. So that's what I go by, but it's been like totally incredible and enlightening, and the whole world has been that way. And I just opened the book and it just said something real. It's only like 3 lines. May the river of my life flow into the sea of love. That is the Lord. So that's where the book came
Beautiful.
to. It was like two pages, but it only said that. So I had to pick it. So.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And when Teri came back tomorrow, I went to making me to a chant, and I do it now. And I always went to a chant every night.
I love it.
And I have a night with family on with Zoom. Have a good day. QA that sending me on with Zoom.
I love it, Christine. And I love that I was there with you, and you're now started on this journey. And it's such a beautiful journey.
Yeah. So my time I waking up on my time and join the morning one. It depends.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Christine. Jean?
Well, I used to listen to chants. I've done that for several years because for me they were so soothing. I would put them on before I'd go to sleep, and it gave me, it was very soothing to me. But then you started this program, and I had never really thought about actually chanting myself. And I watched it. I was like Charlie. I watched it for a while, just watching you all, seeing what you were doing. And then I'm not sure exactly when I started either, but I know it was before Teri got sick because I was here during those days. And then I found out that chanting is healing, but it's healing yourself. I'm sorry, but I saw someone go behind you, Teri, and it just some spirit or something went behind you that threw me. But anyway, I felt like you're healing from the inside, and those chants I've been listening to were healing chants, but chanting yourself is what really causes the healing.
Mm-hmm.
And going along with what Karen said, I kind of had a very low opinion of myself, to where I thought that the way I thought, and I know this sounds crazy, everyone else was better than me. That's the way I operated, that everyone else was superior to me.
Me too. Me too.
Everybody, I not cowed down, but allowed everybody else to be primary.
Mm-hmm.
And in the chanting, I began to realize that we're all equal. And there's no reason for me to feel inferior to everybody else. And it's been a very freeing talk about barriers being removed. And then the chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo has just been, it's my calming, anytime I get upset in any way, I just say it to myself and everything becomes peaceful again. So I just love it. And I thank you ladies for giving it to us. So.
Thank you, Jean. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you all shared, and thank you. And my very first chanting experience was about 35 years ago. I was in Boston, Massachusetts, and somehow, I don't even know how, well, I know it was the angels, but I don't know the process of getting there. But I ended up at an ashram, and we were chanting Om, and we were chanting it with the Dalai Lama by satellite. And that was one of the most profound experiences of my life. And I remember doing that chant and saying, I want to meet this man. I want to experience him in the physical. I want to see him and just get that energy from him. But since that day, Om has actually been my favorite chant, just to chant that. It's a bija sound. It's that seed sound that just goes right through you and connects you in with your higher self. So that was where I started my journey. And then I met Karen as we were chanting Shrim Brazi, which brings in abundance. And then when she said that she wanted to chant for 40 days, I'm like, okay, I'm there with you. Let's do it. So that's been my journey with chanting, and I love it. I love the feel of chanting. It really does bring you centered and balanced. And I want to answer Evelyn, who has joined us tonight. Evelyn Martinez says, how do you join in Zoom? There is a Facebook group called Chanting For Change, and the link is in there. And just come on with us every night at 9 o'clock Eastern and join in. We would love to have you here as part of our chanting family. And thank you for being here. Thank you, Christina, for joining with us tonight. Marlene, Erica, Nikki, Rosalind, all of you that were here, thank you for being with us. Let's do the connection. our heart-brain connection before we leave for the night. We do have to get off of here soon. So the heart-brain connection connects your heart and your brain to communicate. There are 3 steps. The first step is to touch your heart center. Wherever you're touching on your body brings your focus there. So we're going to become very heart-centered just by touching. And then you slow down your breath. Just take a big inhale in slowly, like to the count of 5. You're going to bring that breath all the way into your lungs, like you're filling up a balloon. And then you're going to release it just as slowly. So it's all about slowing down the whole body and mind. And then with that next breath in, add in a feeling of gratitude, a feeling of joy, whatever brings that really good feeling to your heart. Bring that in. If you need to think about something and remember a sunset or a warm hug, a warm word, maybe an animal, whatever brings joy to you, just hold that feeling of happiness, of peace, of love. Hold it in your heart as you slow down your breath, touching your heart center. And it takes 3 minutes to get into that coherent state. So let's just do this. Just take that deep breath in now. You may notice your body getting very relaxed, very much at peace, and that's what this brings to you. Do this throughout your day. Start your morning this way. It really brings you to a wonderful place to go into the rest of your day. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining in with the intention of bringing more peace to our world and for declaring that out in the world. Let's continue to do that every day. Make that declaration. Go into your own peaceful state, because remember, when we declare it, the statement is, it begins inside of us. And it's so true.
You
So
would
true.
you would notice that I put away the perfect stuff. Whenever you have the January first, I did the ordination, put away the perfect stuff.
Okay, honey.
That's awesome. Okay, so we are going to say goodnight with that, and may you be blessed. Blessings to all of you. Come join us tomorrow. And Evelyn, we'd love to have you come in the Zoom room with us tomorrow and let us meet you, and anyone else that wants to come in here with us. Many, many, many blessings to you all. And we say
Namaste,
See you all.
Hey, y'all.
y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a blessed night.